So then I went on to plan B. So my first plan was to do the club transfer. It is the cutest, cute snowman. I just can't find it. I know I have it because I've looked at it, gazed at it, dreamt about it because I love snowmen. Do you guys love snowmen? Love them. So excited about it. Can't believe it. Such an awesome transfer, and I can't find it. Guys, this is like chaos. You get to watch me have chaos. See if I can do this. Anybody can do this, because seriously, I am a mess, I guess. Just going to be a mess. So what color is this? Oh, this I think is rose gold. Okay. Got lots of green out here, lots of blues, all kinds of crazy stuff. Okay. So yes, I love snowmen too. And this one's kind of like a vintage little guy. It is so cute. Put a little snowman down below, or snowman, type it out and tell me if you want to see a picture of it. I will get that to you. I found some transfers from last Christmas. I thought I was missing. I've been starting to go through things because I'm panicking, right? Because we're getting into the craft fair season. And so anyway, I'm trying to get ready, trying to be practical. I haven't been in the mood. Usually I'm way before this, like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. So then I've had this for a year. I got this at our thrift store. It's a little candle holder. It's got, look at all these little people on there. I've had this vision to do little nativity scenes, paint them white, and maybe do a little antiquing type of thing to them and resell them. Hi, Mom. Good to see you. And so this has been on my to-do list for an entire year. I got this before last season was over, or right at the end of the season. It was 75 cents at our thrift store. So I was going to do that today. And I pulled it out and realized that inside somebody used some sort of, I don't know if it's like a putty or an adhesive. Anyway, I have to possibly soak the inside because I stuck my finger in it to just peel it off. It's like green in there. I don't know if you can see that, but it's kind of like, I don't know what it is in there, but I don't want to paint over it because it's very sticky. And I got it all over my fingers and I can't get it off. I know. This is going to drive me crazy. I do not know where my snowman went. I have a runaway snowman at this point, I guess. I don't know where he went. Oh, I have all kinds of ideas for him. Don't worry. Okay, so Patricia, I will get you a picture of some. I posted him. That was what I was going to do, is that chalkboard, because I want to redo Thrifty Thursday. I love to redo my chalkboard in my house over and over and over, or actually in here. This is a reusable chalkboard right here. And then this is the one I did for the fall, and I was going to redo the snowman on this one. This was last month's. So I like to just keep one of my one of my reusable chalkboards in my house, and I redo it seasonally. So that was my first plan. Second plan B, was this little nativity scene candle thing. I was going to paint it all white, maybe do a little bit of gold brushing on it or something, antiquing, and just paint it white. And then I thought this was the other part. I thought this was I wonder if this middle part comes out. Curious. I'm going to have to play with this a little bit more because I don't know. There's screws in the bottom, so I don't know what that means. It's very heavy. So anyway, I thought this was a pillar candle as well, and it is also a what do you call those? Not the pillar. A stick candle, whatever you call them. So I'm going to have to find a stick candle because I want to get rid of this season. I don't know what that center thing is. It's got, I don't know. It almost feels like it's a music box. It's so heavy. Anyway, I'm kind of disappointed. That's sitting there. I'm going to have to clean that out. And then the other project that I have had sitting here for a year, I did it last year. It does look like a music box for real. I just don't know. There's nothing to turn or turn on. So I might have to take something apart there on the bottom. I don't know. It just has a warning. Hurricane lantern. Oh, may become hot when candle. Oh, I need a hurricane. Now I'm excited. I might be excited. So I'm gonna have to marry something to it, I think. I'm gonna paint it white. That's my plan. And then I had this tin. It was like brand new on the inside. And then I put this little Santa Claus on last year and never got him fixed. I put the transfer on. This is the transfer. Santa Claus is coming to town. And I did this all thinking, and then there's this part where cookies for Santa, and I thought you could put this on and this fit on there. Well, that didn't work. And then I tried to take it off, and you can see just the outside and then fix it. It didn't work. So today we are going to fix this little Mr. Snowman tin that I attempted last year. And now this has been sitting on my bench for a year. Seriously, because I did this before the craft fairs last year. So I did this with chalk. So all you have to do is just wet it down and let it soak a little bit. And that's what we're going to do. Get it done. And this time I'm going to make an attempt to do him correctly. And I'll probably spray paint it with clear coat after I'm done, because metal, it's so slippery that it's going to come off if you scratch at it. Although, that was because it was wet. So I don't want anybody to like get this, for cookies and then try to go wash it and find they can't wash it. So anyway, this is my project. The other thing I was thinking about doing, so I have all these different things. So today is Thrifty Thursday, and I am Dory Stowell with Prairie Scraps. I'm on YouTube and Facebook, and I'm just giving you all the ideas today, and we're going to try to complete this. So the other thing I was pondering is I found this suitcase this summer, one of these Samsonite hardcover blue. I know you can't even see it. It's like one of those hardcover suitcases, but it's so like textured. I couldn't leave it because it was like $2 or something, I think, at the thrift store. They don't usually put suitcases that cheap when they're vintage. So that was my other plan, but I can't figure out, I haven't thought through that one. Like I said, I was trying to throw together all kinds of stuff right at the last minute because my plan A wasn't going through, which was that little, I bet somebody had an adhesive in there so that that if you had a hurricane in there, it wouldn't, what are those kinds of candles? Taper candles. I'm going to have to find a taper candle that fits in there. Maybe look for a hurricane that fits in there. This is going to be a multi-step process now, but I might just start with this. I think it could be okay just to put, like a taper of some sort in there. I don't know. We're going to try, but first I have to get it clean. So I don't want to do any sort of painting on it until I got it clean, because, that would be a mess to not clean it. So I'm just taking and getting this off to start with by just scraping at it and getting it wet. So this is mainly why I would go ahead, and it's got little grooves. So the grooves are not cooperative for getting everything off, that's for sure. It is so windy outside. Holy cow. Windy, windy, windy. Everything's just blowing around. So anyway, I'm in the Christmas mood now. I went into Dollar Tree. They haven't put the Halloween stuff on sale, or they put the Halloween stuff 50% off. And then, and it's a Family Dollar mixed in with Dollar Tree. And not the fall. Not the fall. It's still fall. They're going to milk that for all it's worth. So you never know what you'll find, though. Sometimes you can get a good deal. But I also have found that recently it seems like a lot of things. Now, this has a little bit of a residue, right, on there. And it might be okay, actually, to leave the residue on there just because I'm going on with this next one again. But I kind of want it to look clean. And we're going to try to find, oh, here it is. I have a little corner of a board eraser I'm going to use on here. And this will get a lot of that residue off, maybe. Definitely couldn't go with something different because it looks like it's just kind of stained the tin, or I don't know. I don't know if I'll get it all off, to be honest. We're going to make it a good try, college try. Put a little bit of moisture on there. I've been using these board erasers for painting things. Hello, Melissa. Good to see you. Doing a Thrifty Thursday today. I like to take old things and make them new. And this was one I tried to do last year, and I failed. It was my fail last year. So I'm cleaning off what I had on there for the most part. Anyway, trying to get it off. And all those little cracks and things are not easy to get it off of. So trying to get it off, make it look new again. I maybe shouldn't have left it on for a year. That is probably my bad. I shouldn't have left it on. I should have just tried to. I was trying to fix it without taking the whole entire Santa Claus off because the Santa turned out so nicely. And to know me, you probably know I don't ordinarily do Santa stuff, but it does usually sell pretty good at my not my thrift sales, at my craft sales. So I don't know. I'm late this year with signing up for craft shows. I realized that it's probably a good thing because I was trying to get into, all right, let's see how we've gotten all those little cracks and stuff. Because once we get the new one on, we don't want to be wiping out all the little extras on there. We want it all off and clean. So this is metal. The risk with doing metal and glass with chalk paste is that you can scrape it off pretty easily because it's a slipper. But you can see like it's still got kind of a residue of Santa on there. Can you see that? He's pretty stuck on there. He's having a good old time on there. So I'm always looking, like I like to go to the thrift store and just kind of peruse and try to find things. That's how Thrifty Thursday kind of came around. I like to take, in fact, I was just thinking, I don't think I have any shovels made up. I like to take old shovels, like just the head of it even, not even the whole shovel. And I think that's going to be good. It might be as good as we get. There's definitely some residue, and I don't know if that over time would just disappear or what. We're going to go ahead and give this a go, I think. Okay. And I'm going to turn it. I don't know why doing right side up is the way to go. I think this time I don't want any of the dust and residue here. All right. Oh, there's a little on the side. The good news about metal and glass is that you can just scratch it off. Oops. I can't even find the right side up of Santa. Oh boy. Wish I could see that all the way. He might just have a shadow. I don't know. I might just put Santa on there and kind of leave. What I ideally would like to do is go around the outside edge and just get that circle, and that's it, the little circle. But I think it's going to be close. Oops, that doesn't even look straight at all. That was dumb. I don't know why. Why can I not measure up? Why can I not see it? Our new transfers. This is an old transfer, by the way. And we have a really cool looking Santa, old-fashioned Santa right now. Oh my goodness. Love, love, love him. But I just don't have it. Like I said, I don't normally do Santa. So I'm going to push this down and make sure I get it down really nice and firm, especially in those grooves, because I don't want it to leak underneath in those grooves. But because it is metal, we can also kind of scrape it off. Let's see. Thought I had my white out here. Oh, don't touch the camera. No, that one is my partially filled one. Looks like, no, that's black. I kind of kept white. Oh, I see it. Sorry. Maybe silver or gold would look really pretty too. But, my goodness, what a mess. Messy, messy. All right, I'll put that back there. Just get it out of my way. All right. I will turn this around so you can see Santa right side up, I guess. I think I'm just going to go ahead and start with that around. Looks like this was getting a little dry, so I left some water on there. I'm just going to mix this in really good. You want your paste to be, this is paste, yep. So I always double check to make sure I didn't mix in my ink. You want your paste and ink both to be kind of like yogurt consistency. So this is a little runny. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna try to go around the outside edge and get just this circle. This might be, it's okay to do the inside, but I don't want to do the outside where it says Santa Claus is coming to town. I don't want to do that. I want to do the cookies. And I found out the hard way last time that you don't want it, the outside ring on. Because, whoops, it's okay to be on the inside. I'm going to do the whole thing. Oops. I am definitely going outside of my ring. Not very good at small places. My hands don't work great. But hopefully we can succeed this time. If not, I think, I'm pretty sure I paid under $1, probably 50 cents for this tin at the thrift store. So we will not be out a huge amount of money if this is a bad cause. I'll just kind of chalk it up to I probably should have stayed in my lane and not done Santa. This is probably one of the first, I don't do a lot of Santa anything. It's not my thing. We don't celebrate Santa, so I don't tend to like to have transfers that are on hand that are I wouldn't use myself, because then I have no purpose for them if they don't sell. Ooh, I got myself a mess. All right. A big mess. Hi, Carrie. Good to see you. And Sherry, hello. No, 'tis the season for doing all the craft fair stuff right now. It feels like all of a sudden it's upon us. I think when we turn over to November, it feels like, oh, shoot, Christmas is right around the corner. But actually, my first craft fair will be the week before Thanksgiving. So, oops, get that off. Get this squeegee. I'm just going to use a mini squeegee for the inside really quickly. Get that spread out. Try to get that. Anytime you hear kind of a crackling, that means there's a bubble underneath. So you want to be like cautious. Don't try to go too many different ways. Go the same direction for it. Because this is stained black, I think we did this on a flannel. So we did it in ink and it got stained black. So it's hard to kind of see the image. Once we peel it back, it should be good. Do you guys do Santa Claus items? Love to hear what you do. Do you do Santa? I think it's okay. Santa's messy. I got him messy. That's all right. We got some fixing to do for sure. That I'll probably have to turn him around. You can see like around and I remember this being an issue the first time. That's why I didn't want to erase it off. Okay, so I'm just going to put that back on. We'll wash that transfer. It's a reusable transfer. And look, he's not too bad, but he does have some boo-boos. So I'm going to go ahead and try to figure out where I have one of my tools is missing. I can't find it. So it usually just means it's like under the bench or something. Everything is like lost today. This over here, I think I can, now see, it still looks kind of like white there. I'm going to just get around the outside edge here and try to get this off. And I'm just literally like scratching it off, but it is kind of messy with the white. So I've got a wipe on the end of my paintbrush here just to get it off. You could also use a Q-tip or one of those those angled Q-tips. Oh, why is this not plugged in? There it is. Okay, sorry about that. Somehow that got unplugged. And it's like telling me no. Okay, just going to go real gently with my fingers and inside the wipe and keep moving around the wipe. That's what you want to do. All right. It's kind of cloudy from that print before. It's actually, I think it's not too bad, but this is like a little tool that we carry. It just, you have to get the paint off, but it kind of pushes pushes it towards it. You could also do it with a Q-tip, and I may yet do a Q-tip because I don't like how that's turning out. Got these are actually kind of like the Swissers, but not as good as the Swissers. And I just spray the end, and then we just use that to push you want to push it towards where you want it, because it seems like usually it kind of knows where it wants to go. I don't know. Like I said, I might have, well, I'm definitely making a mess, that's for sure. And it's kind of cloudy around there, so we just want it to look nice and clean. I don't know. Does it look like Santa? You kind of see here, there's a couple. Basically, wherever we have the line, the bubbles, that's where it's kind of going to be a problem. This may be a multi-swab user. It's hard to tell what is supposed to be there, what is not. But we want it to have smooth edges, that's for sure. And even if this dries, it's totally, you can still work at it. It's still going to work to get it off. Like I said, you kind of push it towards where you want it. It's the best thing to do. And then just be patient with it, I guess. I got some water on my counter here, so I can just use that. All right. Just keep making it, try to be nice and smooth and clear. We don't want comes off. I don't know if you can see that. I think it's cleaning it up. Let me show you real close. It does take a little time, and I knew that was the risk the first time I did it, for sure. I knew that this was going to be an issue because of those creases in the lid, but I wanted to take the chance, and I think it, ultimately it will be a really cute project if we can get it to fix up here. Whoops. And what happens is when it gets full of paste, then I make a swipe and it kind of goes awry. He's looking better. And you can also take like something a little more, like this is this kind of, I don't want to break that. This is a little pliable. This is like a mini squeegee at the end. but you can take like more like something scratchy. Like actually, I kind of like these little stir sticks too. You can scratch it away. Once it dries, you just scratch away at the edges and you can kind of get it rounded off that way. A little easier. It is kind of icky weather outside. We've got really windy and it looks like it newly snowed maybe up on the mountain. We don't have snow here, but it's definitely raining kind of weather. I really enjoy oh, that was a mess. Enjoy taking them and making a mess out of things. There must have been some like wet paste in the middle, and when I went to brush on it, I went a little, it smeared it all the way across it. That wasn't good. Generally, you can get, because this is metal and it, like I said, it had like a little, I'm just going to take this whole side off. It kind of seems like it doesn't belong there. I'm not really sure, but see if I can push it in with my wipe. I don't know. This is where I always take chances because it's white, I can't see if it's full. It's a little easier when you have a different color paste, but I like the contrast, so we'll see. I'm just trying to get these sides nice and cleaned up. And yes, my tongue does help this process. I highly recommend a tongue. All right, lots of dust around here. And this too, like right there, I can see where it got kind of, trying to just make it, I can't really get rid of it if I can. I don't, like I said, this is one of those projects where I really want it to go out because we don't do Santa Claus, so I have no use for it. I might have to just give it away. I don't know. Fill it with cookies and give it to somebody who does Santa, because it's not, I like to have my items that I put in my excuse me. I like them to look really professional and clean, and that's what I like about Chockatours, that usually, it was like a little chip. I'll probably keep working on this a little bit. I may even go back and lay that transfer over it a little bit. I see this. And just fix it that way too in some of the areas that are not coming out right. Just keep moving around your cloth, because once you get too much on there for paste, then it doesn't work. Then you start smearing around paste. We don't want that. What a difference that makes when I don't know. Like I said, this will probably be a constant process, but still not too bad for time-wise. And this is definitely getting pretty dry here, so I'm going to go ahead and put Cookies for Santa on here. Can't see that. I don't want it to overlap. Or take it off, for that matter. All right. Get that on, knowing that those little bumps are going to cause problems, right? They're just the way it is. ideally, if you could find a really straight, change in my mind. If you can find a really straight, flat top one, it might work better without those bumps. But like I said, it was what was at the thrift store. In fact, I remember when we saw it, I was like, I don't want to do that. My daughters were like, oh, that would be really cute if you chalked it. And I was like, ugh. So I knew there was a risk. Definitely. Hindsight is always 20/20. Although I knew in foresight it was going to be a problem. Just try not to push too hard against those bumps. And you should come out okay. I don't know. We'll see. This might be a failed attempt to fix something, but you get the idea, right? Like, and it goes to show it doesn't always turn out the way you want it to, right? It just doesn't always work. You can have this vision and it's okay. It's just crafting. There's always a plan B. Like I said, I may just give it away with cookies in it. The cookies make it all better. Yep. See where the bumps are? That's where it's a problem. The F is right on there. I'm going to start with a new one. Just push it towards, oops. And that's what I was talking about when you, it's really hard to do on bumps. And that's what I was worried about with that suitcase. In fact, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to get this out of here. I make a decision. I've held on to this project for a year. I've been working on this project. It's terrible to have a project sitting. Do you guys ever do that? Like have craft projects just sitting there? This was my one. I try not to keep things too long, but this one definitely, what time is it? Ooh, we got double duty tonight. We have soccer banquet in the high school, but I feel guilty because I just started playing in the orchestra and we have orchestra practice as well. And I really do need the practice. And my daughter's a junior. I guess if she was a senior, not that she's not important, but these banquet things go on forever. It's just, they talk about every single kid. I'm going to take the F off entirely and try to redo just the F. Because it's just not working out. It was kind of cockeyed and it wasn't dark enough. There we go. Can you see it? Cookies for Santa. I do have another transfer with some Santa type things. We also have a cookie tray one. Oop, jeez. I am just, it's a sign, you guys. Santa is not my friend. He is not my friend. That's just all I have to say about him. He's not working out very well for me. This A is 2 on that. It's all the little bumps that are the problem. I don't know. Well, it's not too bad, but I do have some cleanup just so you can get the idea. What do you think? I think it doesn't look too bad. My F needs to be put back on. Should we? He definitely leaked. That F did. Leaked pretty bad. So anyway, my husband's going to go do the banquet, and I'm going to go to practice. And I kind of feel bad, but because I usually go to everything for the kids. But sometimes we're getting too close to all the, and I could miss, it's not, it's like a community orchestra. I don't know why that one didn't go very well. I could miss, but this is a new instrument to me, so I'm hoping that worked. I don't know. Maybe not. Not great. Just trying to get them cleaned up here. Boy, that definitely left a little bit of a residue on there. Just trying to, let's see if we can skirt in on that F a little bit and make it look a little better. There we go. I think it looks all right. It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite. I'm going to put it out free. I don't know. Put it out free. I don't know. We'll just keep picking at it, I guess. Sometimes, though, my picking goes too far. That's the only thing. It's sort of like, you know, picking at pimples. You can go too far. Nice, huh? Nice analogy, right? Boy, that one is really stuck on there, too. It just seems like it's going to storm really bad tonight. It's just blowing and brewing and, you know, the whole 9 yards out there. Oops. Sprayed my tin. If you're patient enough, it will go back. I, however, do not always have patience. They say the patience of Job. That is not me. Not me. I definitely never pray for patience either, because God might give you opportunity to use it. I heard that one time and I thought, I am never praying for patience. That may be silly, because really, you know, God's got a plan. But I don't want to test his plan out, especially in the area of patience, I guess. This one just looks like a mistake over here. I'm going to take it off. I have something in my throat. So anyway, they're getting ready to go to soccer banquet. They have to bring, my girls are like, what's a side? They have to bring a side. That was the assignment for juniors or whatever their letter name is. I don't even know. I didn't even get the list. I'm not even on the email list. Or I'm on the email list, but I don't do emails very well. Hi, Renee. Good to see you. I'm sure you've been working on craft fair stuff too, huh? I don't know. What do you think? Is he cute? He's got some imperfections. He's not a perfect Santa. That's the truth of the matter. He's just not perfect, which is my issue with him. I may have to come back when he's had a chance to dry up and do a little more picking at it. I don't know where. I have a tool that has a pointy tip to it, and that is like the best tool for doing this kind of stuff, especially on meadow. So that I'm going to be looking for. It's here somewhere. Oops. And that's what I do. I try to hurry along and then I get myself into trouble. Yes, getting ready, aren't we? Are you doing Cottonwoods craft show on the Prairie? They've got a couple more spots left. They changed. I think they raised the prices. That's for sure. I think, or at least there's smaller booths this year. So they had to change their location because it. They had water damage in the community center. So they had to find a new location. I'm just kind of tapping in here with my wipe, trying to pick up some of the extra like cloudiness in there. Just get it cleaned up. I'm leaving little streaks, and it's maybe will drive me crazy forever. Oh, and now I've got like watermarks on it. Ugh. I just don't want it to be obvious that I have boo-boos. It's handmade, right? This A is a little overstrung here, so I'm just gonna clean it up with my fingertip. It'd be better if I had nails. Probably won't. Getting ready for one has been enough. I know, right? And I know last year you kind of, I haven't gotten in my thing for Grangeville yet. I went to do it, and then I realized, well, I'm playing in the orchestra over at the St. Peter and Paul. We have 2 different craft shows in town at the same time. Little town, so it's kind of silly. If you ask me, I wish they kind of spread them out. I wish one would be more in November. That's my opinion, but anyway, I have always gone at the school one, and St. Peter and Paul is where the orchestra is playing, but they're enough far apart. They're a few blocks apart from each other that it's going to be inconvenient to be playing at one place and have my booth in the other. So I don't know what time they're planning on playing, but, and I'm kind of, I don't want to not be there because I guess I knew that they played there, but I wasn't thinking through the logistics of it. So I haven't signed up yet. I tried to email the guy, and there has been no response this week because I realized, oh, shoot, it's November, and I haven't signed up yet, and I haven't even heard. I used to always get like a sign up in the mail. Oh, bad enough, yeah. I used to get a sign up in the mail, you know, back when it was old school and you signed up in person, but they still want you to sign up in person. You have to mail it in, but they're not mailing out the sheet to you. So it was online, and I had to figure out how to get that downloaded. So I got that all filled out, took a picture, sent it to them, asked if there was a way to pay online, and I haven't heard back. So I don't know. I think I'm just going to leave this for a hot minute. Like I said, I could probably pick for a very long time on this and still never be fully satisfied. This one is not my favorite, but it was my original idea for this. You get the idea. Get a tin that doesn't have tops. Oh, Diane at Umpqua. That's who I paid and got. Oh, that's interesting. It was a guy's email address that I had. Yeah, I can just mail it in because it goes to the chamber. But I'm worried because the girls are going to have to do it for me. Whoops, don't leave wet things on top of it. It reactivates it. The girls will have to do it for me because, and I'm not sure how that's gonna go because that morning thing is always, you know, busier than the rest of the day. And if that's when the orchestra is playing, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I can't afford not to do it. That's the one thing. Because I usually do that one and Cottonwood. And yeah, Umpqua used to do one too. Umpqua used to do a fall one. Okay, I'll keep trying. Maybe I'll get the number from you later. Well, this guy, he's not so bad, but he's not so good either. I think I'm probably going to just keep on working on him a little bit. I appreciate you joining in and getting some Thrifty Thursday done. Like I said, I've got lots of plans for lots of projects, so stay tuned. I'm going to be doing lots of different projects here. I've got ornaments going. I've got, you know, the works for all the, it's always a rush, always a push at the end. Also that she was working in it too. Yeah. Okay, so there it is. That is our Thrifty Thursday. It does have a little residue. It's not my favorite, but it might be okay. I don't know. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. But anyway, thank you so much for joining for Thrifty Thursday. It's where we try to turn something from either the thrift store or, some sort of project that doesn't cost us a ton of money into something cute and pretty and beautiful for your home. And that's it. If you have any questions about any of the products from this particular project, just message me or, put Santa down below because I don't do very many Santa projects at all. We will talk to you soon and keep on crafting. Okay, thanks, Renee. Keep on crafting.